Everyone has been on a horrible date. It's inevitable. But what about a date full of surprises? For example, we had a local story about a U.S. Marshal who wound up arresting a fugitive while he was out on the plaza having dinner on a date. That's exciting, but there are also horrific dates. So for more on this, we're going to talk with our Kansas City comeback coach, our very own Dolores Jones, who will help us deal. Dolores, you're the author also of Stop the Dumb Stuff. And you are now our Bounce Back Better expert.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dolores.
Yes.
What do you do, and what you do that's most important, you say, is what you do before the date?
Before the date.
Like when you're alone, or
Yes.
just set the tone with the person?
You have to prepare for this.
Okay.
So one of the things I say, someone should always know where you're going, but you also need a proper dating mindset. Remember, you are going to have a good time. You're not going to mate. You're not going to get pregnant. You're not going to marry somebody. You're going to have a good time. So you keep that in perspective. The second thing is always, someone should know where you're going and who you're going with. I don't care if you're 40 years old. That helps you understand that there's a safety place for you. You get to escape if something crazy bounces off. And ladies, please have money, enough for a cab at least, and dessert. Okay. You always got to treat the sweet tooth.
Oh, that's true. And you can say, I'll get dessert.
No, it depends. I'll tell you why later.
Why? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so someone should always know where you're going.
Okay, that's a good one.
So when things go terribly wrong, you don't ever want to feel stuck.
Now you have, when things go wrong, ask yourself a question. Is this a personal flaw or pure foolishness?
Yes. Personal flaws, people come late. I mean, 15 minutes, what's your max, okay? If they have bad breath, offer them an Altoid. If it's halitosis, tell them about your dentist. But we all have our personal flaws, right? Right, seriously, okay? That happens, or you go like this.
Sure.
It was nice to see you.
Right.
Just like that.
Okay.
But here's the other thing. We all have these personal flaws, right? So don't debate it. You're not on a date to debate the issue. You just make a mental note, say, hey, I'll count it as a personal flaw, and you move forward because you don't have to go back. You're not getting married.
So you're kind of keeping like a mental scorecard, and at some point, does the personal flaw, you just see if that list gets real long?
No.
There's no second date?
Because you know what? You decide. You decide what you can handle. Now we have pure foolishness.
Okay.
This is different. Now this is when your date tries to deceive you into, for example, paying a bill. This actually happened to me on a date.
Tried to trick you?
Yes, this is what happened. So I go to a restaurant on the plaza with a guy, and he was really rude to the waitress. So I was paying attention to that. So his credit card was declined.
Uh-oh.
So he says to me, I am going to go to the ATM machine. Now answer me this, okay? If you know that it is declined in the restaurant, the ATM is going to tell you the same thing.
Right.
So I just kept smiling. I said, I'm sure you'll figure this out. So he comes back with $25. The bill was $50. See, that was planned deception, okay?
Right.
So I looked at him and said, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. Then he asked for my deposit slip because he said that he got paid the next day. And if he could use my deposit slip, then he could make it as a check. And I looked at him and said, I'm sorry. I am not going to be able to do that, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. So I sat there and I connected with the ambiance, because that's what you have to do. You have to temper the mood.
So wait, how long did you sit there?
About an hour.
And what did he do?
He looked, and I looked right back at him.
Like for an hour, like a stare down?
Yes, because I was into the mood. I was there to have a nice time. So what happened is he goes through his Rolodex, his phone, and he calls his mentor, and the mentor brought the money to him. Now, some women said, Dolores, I would have paid the bill and kicked and screamed. I said, honey, I'm not going through all this. This is a teachable moment. First of all, don't play with me, okay? Know your budget. Don't try to, that was pure foolishness.
Oh, I like that.
And you don't get out of whack about it. I didn't go to have his baby. He's not going to be my husband.
Right.
Okay. So
I love this. Okay.
It was pretty cool.
All right. I like it.
Dolores. And then my only dilemma was, should I order dessert? Because I did have my money. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't drive, so I did have to ride back with him.
Oh, so you kind of had to stay there and stare him down.
But it was all good.
Did he get a kiss, Dolores? Did he get a goodnight kiss?
Absolutely not.
He got a kiss off, right? Later.
He got a good God bless you, boo, okay? I don't ever want to see you.